We are a couple of days into Season 0 of Axie Infinity, and the team has decided to release an update balancing some of the cards mid-season, which they said they wouldn't do in starting from Season 1, but in Season 0 they still need to make some changes. So here they are. They have made some UI improvements, mute emote so you don't see your opponent's emotes, support 2-factor authentication, and added capture during battle. They have improved some bug fixes as well, but what we want to dive into is the balance changes. Starting off, energy and card draw system. The player that used to go second would have an exceptionally big advantage when it comes to the win rate, so they have decided to change some stuff, and they have adjusted player 1 drawing 5 cards rather than 4 on turn 5. Will that solve the problem? We are about to see. I think turn 3 is more of a problem where you draw 2 energy and 3 cards, but I might be wrong here. I think this is a good change because player 1 really did feel underwhelming. Now moving on to the cards, we have Tri-Feather and Scarab. It used to apply doubt for 2 turns, now it applies doubt for 4 turns, whereas Scarab now applies a heal block for 2 turns. So we are back to the V2 ways where you can't really heal for 2 turns. Rather than 50% lower, it's now a heal block. Currently it's a bit too hard to find the tools to effectively counter healing, so here you are, you can now do that. Indian Star, 70 shield down to 65, and instead of 50 reflect it's 40 reflect. Same with Scaly Spoon. They are explaining those changes, but it simply was a little bit too overwhelming with the shield and the reflect. You could just stand there and not do anything. Grass Snake up to 65, Cloud up to 60, and he used to deal 2 hits. And this attack targets the closest non-summoned enemy. And now if initial, you apply silence for 2 rounds. Now the old effect provided little to no value. This new change could help it act as a valuable tool in different situations. I'm not even sure what silence is. I know disarm, I know sleep, I know stun, all of them disable your opponent, but I'm not sure what silence is. When it comes to the utility. Curly and Pliers deal 25% more damage to shield. Instead of that, they deal pure damage, so you can ignore that shield of your opponent. Now this is really useful. I mean, with those cards being nerfed, you won't see as much reflex. I mean, you're still gonna see a bunch of them because people are not gonna change their Axies that quick. But these 2 cards are gonna be very useful. Curly and Pliers, if you are running those, ignoring that shield could be beneficial. Now Cucumber Slice, a big nerf. Apply 2 healing boosts, and you also banish. Now I don't like that. I honestly don't like that. Now I know I'm not a big fan of healing teams as well. The games are too long, the games are too boring if you are playing versus healing teams. Even if you're playing a healing team yourself, there's no way that you truly enjoy playing 25 turns every single game. But what I don't like is completely nerfing this team to the ground. Now you got the heal block, which already counts as a healing team. You have the Tri-Feather that applies doubt for 4 turns, and then you also nerf Cucumber Slice, and you nerf the reflect shields. So you nerf the reptile, you nerf the plants, you nerf the healing. Like, this is just killing this team completely. Instead of buffing the tools like they have done here, you buff the tools to effectively deal with healing. You just run this team to the ground. Why? Why don't leave some options viable and give people tools to counter those teams rather than just run it straight to the ground? I mean, even if you run 3 Cucumber Slices, you can only stack 6 healing boosts, right? Like, 6 healing boosts is not gonna do anything, so it's just a dead team now. Pure Water and Lumber Shield, and you now have a limit of 3 again. Like, this team is already dead, so why still limit Pure Water and Lumber Shield, right? Maybe it's because of the Topaz. Let's see. This change is needed since Sakura is not being touched and the amount of healing that can be done in 1 turn is just too high. I mean, with those 4 changes here, it's already going to be very low. I don't like it, I really don't. Bubble now 1.4% rather than 2, and to turn it into a bubble bomb you need to reach 4 stacks, so bubbles have really been nerfed. Heart of the Ocean, when your turn starts you actually gains 1 bubble. Bubble bomb can be detonated by this Axie, deals double damage. Now only deals 1.5. Shady Exchange, they have deleted the void Oh my goodness, I have sold Shady Exchange yesterday for like $80, and now I bet you I would have gotten more for it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Shield backup, increase shield card effect by 15%. Still don't think anyone is gonna really do that. Rise and Ruin, but grant 30% less shield. Okay, that is a big nerf, but we'll see whether that does anything. Shady Exchange is probably the biggest one because you only have 2 dazes and you get plenty of energy. Like, trust me, plenty of energy from this bonus right here. I mean, decent changes. I really don't like the way they are approaching the balancing when it comes to like healing teams and stuff, because healing teams are already not that good once you get to the top ranks, because people are playing high speed teams, right? They're playing the rage, they're playing the bubbles, and that can counter the healing teams. So why would you run that straight into the ground by nerfing it 4 times? Like, literally every aspect of the healing team has been nerfed. I don't like that approach. I think they should be going more of this approach, which is buffing the tools to deal with particular team comps. But it is the way they have done it. I'm not a big fan. Let me know what you think about these changes in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in the next one.